So thank you again for joining us today to provide your testimony. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Is that all right?
Sure.
Awesome. Where were you in your journey before you came to Career Catchers?
Before I came to CareerCatchers, I was lost in the sauce because I was doing it for myself and I was inexperienced and I was just doing what everybody else was doing, which is just sending out their resume to different jobs and expecting a call back without any follow-up, without any guidance. So that's where I was at before my journey with CareerCatchers.
Awesome. And then how has Career Catchers and your career coach helped you?
Um, do we have enough time? So my career catchers coach happened to be Miss Mana McNeil, who is tough, who is loving, who is professional, who is punctual, who gives you tough love when you need it. And let me tell you this, our first meeting was not good. My first response was, well, what can you do for me? I don't think you can really help me. I think I know what I'm doing. Like I said before, I was lost in the sauce. So Miss McNeil was able to guide me in a very professional way. She was able to coach me and groom me and teach me what was acceptable for resumes, what you would say and what you wouldn't say, and everything that involves growth and everything that involves progress where the job market is concerned. As a matter of fact, today, up till today, I still call her periodically to say, I hate when you're right, but you are right about this. I still call her to get professional advice from time to time. And when she tells me something, I'm still like, I don't know. But then I remember she knows what she's doing. And don't get me wrong, I hate when she's right, okay? Because you can't be right all the time. But she knows what she's doing and she knows me and she has developed a professional relationship with me. So she probably knows it better than I do. So she'll lay it out and be like, this is Simone, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it. This is when you need to do it. And I'll be like, really? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, okay. And like they say in SpongeBob, 3 hours later, I'll be calling her back. You are right. You are right. So that's the one good thing. I do admit when I'm wrong and I take responsibility. So that is how my career coach has helped me in so many ways.
Awesome. Would you recommend other people find their own career coach or find a career coach?
Oh, yes, I have recommended a lot of people to career catchers to include, but not limited to my husband. So he has also been a client. Years ago, I recommended him to Mana and he worked with Chris. And I recommended my own children, even when they were in high school. Miss McNeil was like, do they have a resume? Are they ready when they start college looking for part-time jobs, Simone? Like, and I was like, um, I don't think so. So there again was the coaching and the professionalism and the preparation, not just for today, but for tomorrow, right? So I've recommended a ton of people.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Um, where would you say you are now in your career journey as a result of career catchers?
Perfect. So let me tell you guys where I'm at. This is why it is so important for people to know how great CareerCatchers is. So when initially I started off working as a contractor, right? Even when CareerCatchers was helping me, even when Mana was, you know, assisting me. And I said to her, I said, I don't want to work under contracts anymore, Mana. I want to work for the federal government permanently because I don't want my job threatened every time a contract ends. And she agreed with me. So I came from working as a contractor to working for the United States Secret Service And now I work for the Executive Office of the President, White House office. The person who said CareerCatchers couldn't help them, right? Look at where they are now, right? So as long as you follow the guide, as long as you follow the advice, as long as you're determined, I always say hard work and opportunity. It's not something that you can just do without guidance. There's certain ways that you have to approach interviews and resumes when you are applying for certain jobs. And this is where CareerCatchers comes in, and this is where they shine. I cannot tell you how many mock interviews I have done with Mana McNeil. I cannot tell you, and she probably can't tell you either. I cannot tell you how many resumes she probably has of mine for every time I'm offered a promotional job that we have to review it. We have to add more stuff in there. We have to make it so that it's acceptable and we both agree to it, right? So when you speak to clients, or I speak to people and they say, oh, you work at the White House. No, it's hard work and opportunity, you know, and the fact that I had CareerCatchers all throughout my professional career. Miss McNeil was there to kick me when I needed it. I was at FEMA. I didn't like it. I called CareerCatchers. I was whining about it because I worked through 4 disasters in 2017 and it was very draining and very, very tiring. And she said to me, if you don't like it, you have to fix it. What are you going to do? How are you going to fix this? And I was like, I don't, she's like, you have to fix this. We have to fix this. Let's take a look at your resume. What have you done? What do you want to do? Right? So you have to know what you want. You have to have the goal and you have to have the drive. CareerCatchers is going to help you a lot, but you also have to help yourself and you also have to want it. And I wanted it and I needed the help because that was not and still isn't my area of expertise. You know, as I mentioned before, I still call Mana and text her and say, hey, I was offered this job and I don't know if I should take it. And her first response is always, why not? You know, why not? And I'm always like, well, and she's like, what do you have to lose? It's either yes or no. You can do it. Very positive, very encouraging, and right most times when I don't really want her to be, but she's right most times. So that is my personal experience in a nutshell for the years that I have worked with CareerCatchers, from a contractor to FEMA to United States Secret Service to now at the White House.
That is super impressive. Congratulations. And my last question that I'm going to ask you is, would you like to say anything else to our community, to our donors, to our grantors, or to future clients?
Sure. Thank you, Stevie. What I would like to say to future clients is to give it a chance. Sometimes you think you know something, but there's always someone who knows more than you. And everything isn't everybody's area of expertise. So give it a shot is what I would tell the future clients, to give it a try and see if it works for you. And to the grantees, I would say, we need the funding. We need to keep this program going. We need to keep helping people. We need to keep teaching people. We need to keep motivating people. We need to keep inspiring people. We all have been through so much during COVID-19, and we are still recovering from that, whether it is that we're still teleworking a lot, whether it's still we're keeping our mask on because we're still uncomfortable, whether we're constantly washing our hands. CareerCatchers has been there even during those times of doing virtual meetings, of doing conference calls, of setting up stuff for us like emails, sending our resumes electronically. They rolled with the times and they were there for the community. And they are such a big and vital part of the community that we need the funding.